The National Assembly Select Committee on Public or Financial Public Affairs, FPAC, has rejected the Banjul City Council's financial report and statement under the year 2019 and 2020 and are asked to reappear before the lawmakers. Now, the decision comes when some financial misrepresentations were discovered in the auditor's report, including the possession of trust bins and misrepresentation of the closing cash balance of the 2019 amounting to 329 million and others. Now, let's have more details of that in this report by Yahya Jammeh.
The Banjul City Council has become under an intense public scrutiny since its leadership's recent appearance before the National Assembly Select Committee on Finance and Public Affairs to present its financial statement and report. In their presentation, the auditors tasked to review the Banjul City Council's financial performance said they suspected fraudulent activities in the financial operation, saying the BCC did not have policy in respect of revenue and expenditure. The auditors also confirmed that the Council's 2019 comparative figures were not confirmed due to the absence of evidence, and the Council's cash books were not properly maintained for the year 2019-2020, while no bank reconciliation statement was performed for 2019 and 2020. They accordingly observed that the Council also paid nearly $2 million for the construction of an abattoir and stores, which according to them were not properly constructed. The auditors said the Council also purchased trash bins at $13,039,850 without a tender procedure. Amid the highlighted queries, the Parliamentary Finance Committee, after a thorough scrutiny of BCC's financial report and statement, it concluded that the Council should resubmit it.
The Finance and Public Accounts Committee, after careful scrutiny of the financial statements, have come to the conclusion that the financial statements for 2019 and 2020 cannot be adopted for the following reasons. 1. The disclaimer of the external auditors that because of the significance of the matters described in the basis for disclaimer of their opinion, paragraph, we have not been able to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence to provide a basis for an opinion. Accordingly, we do not express an opinion on the financial statements. 2. Non-adherence to the adopted accounting basis for the Banjul City Council as highlighted during the proceedings that happened today. And 3. The material misstatements in the financial statements which were also highlighted during the parliamentary oversight functions. And 4. The absence of reliable explanatory notes to the financial statements of 2020.
The Council is expected to reappear before the committee on or before April to submit the 2019-2020 financial report and statement. In default, it will lead to contempt of the committee and the National Assembly as a whole.
It is the decision of the Finance and Public Accounts Committee that the Banjul City Council should redo their financial statement for the years ended 31st December 2019 and 2020 and make a submission on or before April 2023. The Council is hereby reminded that financial statements will reflect the true and fair nature of the financial position of the institution, and any repeated misrepresentation will result to contempt of the committee and by extension, the National Assembly.
Speaking shortly after, Prohilo, the mayor of Banjul City Council, admitted that she learned a lot from the session. She, however, observed that despite taking full responsibility of the council's actions, it does not mean that she was the only one charged with the work at the BCC.
I have learned a lot, to be quite honest, and many things has also come to on my table to understand issues that were, I'm not saying hidden from me, but that I was not aware of. And I don't want to sugarcoat anything here. I've taken an oath, and before anything, I want all of us to appreciate the way councils are functioning now. Mr. Chair, when I came to council 2018 with my council, I found $35,000 on council's accounts with a debt of about $13 or $14 million. Some of the documents that the procurement office could not see or the auditors could not see, I can easily say that some of them are suppressed because they think that if they keep it, it will come, the auditors will come and write something that will only be negative to the mayor. Because what they always think in council is everything goes back to the mayor, because people are not aware that the CEO has the main responsibility of council. But everybody will say the mayor, the mayor, the mayor. As I said, I always take responsibility. I don't have a problem with that. But we need also to enlighten people to know that the CEO himself has a responsibility.
The National Assembly Select Committee on Finance and Public Affairs performs the oversight functions of Parliament by making sure that there is accountability, transparency, and the improvement of all overall efficiency of the government machinery. A few months ago, some councils in Banjul accused Mayor Rohim Malik Lowe of embezzling council's funds by spending over $150,000 on her personal travel expenses outside the country. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I am Yahya Jammeh.